So my sister and I have tickets to see the Killers this September. And if I know anything about going to concerts, it's that they're so much more enjoyable when you really know the band as well as their music. So we decided that we want to go through each of the Killers albums in order so that we can become semi-Killers experts before we go to the concert. This is the Killers Revisited. The Killers' third album, Day and Age.
Flowers called it their most playful record.
Yeah, and I'd agree with that so far.
Yep.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. I really like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was first or second listen, but I was like, oh no, this is going to be my least favorite so far.
Yeah.
I'm not liking this.
Yeah.
I was like, all these songs are forgettable. None of them are good. And then, the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, it's a really good album.
I think the more I purposefully listen to it, when I just had it play in the background, I was like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when I actually sat down to really listen to it, I was like, oh, this is a good album.
Yeah, every time I went back and specifically listened to a song, I was like, man, this song is so good.
Yep.
It's so good. Mm-hmm. And I think there's so much happening with this album. I think this is the album where they were like, this is what the Killers is. This is what we are as a band. We're weird.
They're weird.
Yeah, because it's weird. Disco, Americana.
Yes.
It's got your post-punk stuff from before. It's there's so much happening there. And I could be way off here. I think this album has a lot of influence on a lot of artists in the following decade, bringing in a lot of 80s stuff, because that happened a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of 80s touches, and I think this album had so much influence on that. Because this is 2008? Mm-hmm. 2008, it's before a lot of things, but I think this has a lot of indie stuff in it that got really big around 2010, 2011. But I could be way off and someone's going to comment, no, it was this album. And that's fine if I am, please do. So I can go listen to it.
Yep.
The Feather jacket, which we talked about earlier, is touring hard rock cafes. That's what it does now. It was a Dior jacket. It was pheasant feathers.
It's definitely showman.
That's very showman.
It's the showman era, I guess, or the beginning of showman for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think this is the beginning of him becoming a really great frontman. Mm-hmm. I think in a lot of this, videos I've watched, stuff like that, he seems a lot less awkward than he did before. On stage, I think he seems a lot more confident and he's having more fun. Mm-hmm. First track, Losing Touch. Mm-hmm. It's really good.
It's just such a fun
It's really fun. It's real good.
Yeah.
I think it's very gutsy starting a album in which you have changed a lot of your sound with a song called Losing Touch.
Yeah.
I think that's a very confident move that could be taken the wrong way.
I don't know that they've ever held back, though.
No.
So I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
It's just a fun start. You're like, this is going to be a fun album.
Yeah.
You can tell.
And then we get the biggest song off of this.
Human.
Which is the song that when people hear it and I say this is the Killers, they always say, oh, I had no idea this was them.
Yeah. I mean, I knew the song.
Yeah.
But I never connected it.
Nope. No one. But
no one does.
I think that's fair because it sounds nothing like Mr. Brightside.
It's different.
It's different, but I love it.
It's definitely light show song. Mm-hmm. My favorite thing about this song is the fact that Flowers was actually pissed off because people didn't get it.
Yeah.
He in several interviews was just frustrated with the fact that people said it was confusing, because there's two different polls where it was named the weirdest song, weirdest lyrics, and the other one was most confusing. It beat I Am the Walrus.
Wow.
For most confusing. It topped both of those polls in separate places. And he would just be like, why do you think it's confusing? It's not.
What is it supposed to mean?
Hunter S. Thompson, it came from a quote from him. He said, "We're raising a generation of dancers afraid to take one step out of line." And he kind of ran with that line.
Okay.
But the other thing is people complain because they say that it's grammatically incorrect, which I teach grammar. So I love it when people say that. But it's because he says, dancer. Are we human or are we dancer? Not dancers.
Yeah, dancer. But he says human, not humans.
Right, and to me it's like dancer is a species. It's like a subset of human. Yeah. And it makes sense. But a lot of people complain because they're like, no, it should be dancers. Which for a long time I thought it was.
No.
But it's dancer.
Interesting.
So I thought that was funny because he basically said, people think it's grammatically incorrect, but I think I can do whatever I want.
For real. You ever listen to music?
Are there rules? I don't think there are rules.
There are way worse grammatical errors in famous songs.
Yeah, I would not pick that.
This one and The World We Live In are the two songs I remember being big off of this album.
Yeah.
Those are the two I remember being everywhere. Mm-hmm. But Spaceman is the best song on this album. And it should have been bigger. I don't know if it was that big and I just don't remember it.
I didn't remember the song.
I don't remember it, but I love it.
You can't not like a song when it starts with O. Like O's.
Oh, yeah.
It's just fun when a song starts with a bunch of O's.
I just love it.
Yeah.
I think it's so much fun and it's just great. I think it's structured extremely well and it's fantastic. I think this one potentially inspired a lot of bands and sounds to come out of stuff.
And this one apparently, I don't know if it was just the Day and Age tour, but apparently they regularly use this as their opening song.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because it really gets you going.
Yeah. And the opening of it, the da 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 da, which now that I'm thinking of it, okay. Earlier I said they inspired a lot of bands.
No.
Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm thinking of MGMT. And I'm trying to remember what year their albums came out. Because it was in Midnight Club. Somebody tell me that. MGMT were this album, which was first. But huge influence, similar sounds, very 80s. Mm-hmm. But this is better than MGMT.
There is one specific line in this song that I thought was hilarious. He says, "The public don't dwell on my transmission because it wasn't televised." And I love the image of an alien that's frustrated because his threats are not getting enough airtime.
Yeah.
I just want to threaten this planet, but nobody's watching my video. I find that hilarious.
As someone who runs a YouTube channel,
they didn't even put it on TV.
He's pulling up the analytics, and he's like, how did this not get any views? My SEO is perfect.
Ooh, how does YouTube change alien invasions?
Ooh.
Because before they would just take over TV and everybody was watching one of 4 channels.
Now they'd be an influencer.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd start with YouTube or if they'd start with TikTok.
I don't know.
Then we get Joyride, which I think is the most forgettable on the album.
I thought it was just kind of cool. I wrote, it's like a hybrid, and I wrote Saturday Night Fever and jazz.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. I was like, I see John Travolta, but then there's some jazz happening.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with it, but that was cool. It's not I wouldn't pick it out of the lineup.
It's just, I don't think it's the worst on the album, but I do think it's the most forgettable. Yeah.
It's like several other songs we've talked on the other albums. It just flows.
Yeah, it flows, it works, it fits. It just, it's not going to be, it will be probably the last one I name. If you asked me to name them all.
Yeah.
And then we get a big one.
Yes.
Dustland Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
The most Springsteen that they had Springsteened yet. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It is very Springsteen, but it's also very The Killers. And I love it. I love it so much that today, instead of listening to this album again, I listened to 2 Springsteen albums. There's bridges in it that are amazing. It's very emotional. It's great.
This one, Flowers said, was him trying to hold on to Sam's Town. Because he really loved Sam's Town. And it's got the personal narrative touch. Because this song is apparently about his parents.
Oh, okay.
So it's got the personal narrative of Sam's Town, and he was like, you know, this album is different, but there's just a little bit of that.
Yeah.
So he's kind of calling it back, I guess.
Then we get This Is Your Life. I like this one a lot.
It's just tragic.
It's tragic, but I love it.
But easy to listen to.
Very easy to listen to.
Tragic, but easy listening.
I think this is the best album so far for turning on in the background.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's perfect for that.
Yes, for sure.
It's definitely the easiest to listen to.
Yeah.
But I think it's the best for background music.
Which is weird, because it is playful, and there's a lot of danciness to it, but at the same time I can play it in the background and it doesn't overpower anything.
Yeah.
And that's an odd combo.
It's masterful.
Yeah.
It's honestly like this is like them really showing off how good they are, I feel like.
Yeah.
Cuz they're like, it's still rock, but also not. Like, there's so much happening, and it's fantastic. It really is. Spaceman and Human, I think, are the best examples of that. Of like, it's electronic drums, but I can tell it's a real drummer. And good stuff. Good stuff. Then you get I Can't Stay, which is... I don't want to like this song.
Why?
Because I don't like the songs that are like... I don't know.
What does that face
I
mean?
described them the best... The best description I have is that Bruno Mars song.
Uh-huh.
What's the Bruno Mars easy ukulele song?
Isn't it just the lazy song?
Yeah, maybe that's it. That's what I think of when I hear that kind of song. Reliant K has one. Can't Complain.
This is my favorite song on
Of
this
course
album.
it is. No, but listen. I don't want to like it.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah, because it's good.
Because the first time I listened to it, I was like, oh, damn it. It's one of those freaking lazy songs. And then I was like, well, this was 2008. This is years before Bruno Mars. And it's also more 70s than that. Sweet City Woman is the song it makes me think of.
Okay.
I like it more than I want to.
I love this song.
And it disappoints me.
The shakers and the percussion and then the melody. I just like this song.
It's really good, and I hate that I like
Every
it.
time you get in the dark. Like, I just love it.
Yeah.
Favorite song on this album.
I really need to listen to the lyrics more of this one.
I don't think I spent a lot of time with the lyrics. I just like the song.
It's good. I just hate that I like it. It's also really short.
I don't shamelessly like that. I shamelessly like that song.
No. Song I don't know why I like, but I like is Neon Tiger.
I do not like this one.
I love Neon Tiger.
It's my least favorite.
I love Neon Tiger because Neon Tiger, I like the bridge build in it. I love it. And the starting of it sounds like a fight song from an 80s arcade machine.
Okay.
The dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
It sounds like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it does.
It's great.
Like I say, I don't like this song, but it's not that I don't like it. It's just that I don't love it. Like, I haven't found one of their songs yet that I'm like, I hate this song.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They're all good.
Yeah.
It's just not my favorite.
No, I love it. It's weird and dumb.
It is weird.
And I want to know what it means.
Yeah,
I have no clue.
Well, like, a lot of it is like, okay, you're talking to a tiger because he's dropping all of these locations and talking about places tigers live.
Yeah.
But it's a neon tiger.
Neon Tiger. Which I noticed in the Spaceman video. You know, he's wearing those, like, football pads and stuff. This arm is multiple colors of tiger stripes.
Oh.
I wonder if that's a call to this song.
Probably.
I hope it is. The World We Live In. I remember that song being big.
I do remember that.
I remember that being all over the place. And I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean...
It's beautiful.
What's not to like about this song?
Yeah.
Like, it's
really
it's
good.
good.
I really do like it. I think it is them doing Coldplay better than Coldplay.
Okay.
I say that as a Coldplay fan. Just saying. I very much enjoy Coldplay. Killers are just better. And then we get Goodnight Travel Well. I adore this song.
I legitimately do not like this song.
Why?
It's weird. It's too long. It's too long.
It's long.
It's almost 7 minutes.
It's the longest song they've had.
I do not like it. I want it to be done halfway through. The thing about it is, it was easy for me to ignore because on Spotify the bonus tracks are at the end.
Yeah.
So it was easy for me to ignore between between the world we live in and the bonus tracks. But as the last song, I don't like it.
I like it.
I don't.
About the bonus tracks, they shouldn't be there. They are bonus tracks.
Bonus.
They're not supposed to be there. Spotify only has the bonus tracks version.
Yeah.
And I hate that. They shouldn't be there. It's like Forget Not Slow Down by Reliant K. There is a bonus track with Owl City. Don't listen to it. It's not on any actual releases. It's only on Amazon Music.
Yeah.
Don't listen to it. And that's how I feel about this, because it should end with a song called Good Night, Travel Well. Yeah.
Which...
How long is this album?
I was going to say, without the bonus tracks, it's right at 41 minutes.
They keep doing it.
I know.
Perfect.
I don't think they've gotten longer than 43. So
We'll have to see if that stays. I don't want to say it's my favorite one so far. It might be my favorite one so far.
I think that if I wanted to get somebody into the Killers, I might give them this album, but I've only listened to the 3.
I'd give them Hot Fuzz. There's just not a bad way to go.
There's really not.
I would ask the person, what kind of music do you like? And based off of that, I'd give them one of these 3 albums.
Which, you're going to hit the big ones. Like, you play a Mr. Brightside, they're going to be like, yeah, I know this song.
Yeah.
So, and then if you want them to listen to a whole album, none of them are bad.
Mm-hmm.
They're all good.
It's good. Mm-hmm. It's better than I expected. Like, man.
They keep doing it.
They keep doing it, which next week is Battleborn, which is the album I know the least about. I know very little of that album. Mm-hmm. So tell us what you think about Day and Age. Tell us why Neon Tiger is fantastic, because it is, and why Alex is wrong about Goodnight Travel Well.
It's too long.
It's wonderful. So on that note, good night, travel well. Go listen to the Killers.